gonna do here, we're gonna record it and export, then we'll edit it. How are you with editing?
Learning.
Same here. I use iMovie, I think. Yeah. That's what it's called.
I've used that previously. I know how to use that quite well. I'm teaching myself Premiere Pro.
Premiere Pro.
From
Is that
the
free?
Adobe. No.
Thank you.
No, it's the student. Is that recording?
No, there's no hard drive in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hard drive memory stick. So that one needs to go.
Yeah, if you can just press the button.
So, you need a website. Go to Fiverr. Get your website design,
What a beautiful mic.
Battery don't die on this. Okay, that's recording. What are you trying to do, bro?
I'm trying to get some background music, but this is not the song that I thought.
I have put recording. Try speaking into the mic.
Hello, Dammy. How are you doing today?
It's picking it up.
Should I pick?
Nice.
Should I wear this?
No, eat it. Wear it. Try yours if that makes sense, so you can
Hey,
test
what's
if
up?
you can hear yourself.
I can hear myself, baby.
Oh. I've got quite a lot of noise, but I can hear myself.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
I don't know if how to remove it.
With the noise, you can just yeet it through low pass filter.
Yeah.
You know what you do with movement analysis.
Mm-hmm.
20 hertz low pass filter. You can do the same with sound.
Where would you? be
In
able
the
to do-
editing program
in the editing
afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Audio quality might not be great, but there's things you can do about that.
I'm gonna come to you. Don't worry. Where does this stick in? I don't think I can stick this in here. Well,
It's in the body, so there should be a little flap you can open.
yeah, but I think it's an SD.
G micro.
Yeah. But don't
Check
worry.
if that's got micro in.
This?
No, your SD.
No, it
Is there
doesn't.
something you can?
No. Pull out now.
Okay.
Let me check the others.
Can I chill beat?
Can you hear it on the mic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
It's
guys are
not too loud,
geniuses.
is it?
Doesn't
No,
have to be. doesn't
No,
it?
your voice is actually quite good. Also, you can edit the audio levels.
Don't worry, I'll come to you. For definitely.
Amazing.
We're starting our season 2, so we found a mentor. So start whenever you're ready.
This is coming speaking, innit? Come out, speak out, sorry.
It's up to you. She doesn't want her mom to hear, so it could be coming speaking. Coming speaking is uncensored. Come out, speak out is censored. So if you have emotions that you just want to say, then come in speaking.
Yeah.
So come in speaking, yeah, with Joseph.
Welcome, guys, to Come In Speaking Season 2. We are back and we're better. We got visuals today, and we have a special guest. Introduce yourself.
Hiya, I'm Manja. I'm currently in my final year of biomedical engineering, but I have a passion for filmmaking.
Okay, that's interesting. And what led you into filmmaking?
So since first year, I've lived with most film students, and so my friend group is mostly film students again. And through them, I've done little jobs on set for their films. I've acted in their films, and so I've just started to realise that filmmaking is something really, really cool. And it was something that I was always brought up to do something, STEM-like, do science, maths. So filmmaking to me was never really an option I even considered. But yeah, through them I've now gotten plenty of experience, and yeah.
That's good. What's the most exciting thing you've done so far regarding the film industry?
So I haven't worked on any official projects, but I've worked on student films, and I think the most exciting bit is actually what's going to happen next week. So next week I'm going to fly to Germany to do sound for one of my mates for one of his films. So also it helps that I translate for him.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That sounds very interesting. Germany's a nice place.
It
Not
is,
been.
yeah.
Looking to go. Hopefully, I'm looking to travel the world. So
Nice.
when there's money, of course.
Yeah, never been outside Europe, so got
Why not?
loads of places to travel to.
Yeah, 100%. And I was gonna also ask, like in terms of like parents, have you spoke to your mum yet or your dad about this change?
I haven't yet, no. As far as they know, they still think I'm going to do a master's in biomedical engineering, which I've decided for myself I don't want to. Like, I really like my degree, but it's just not something I want to do for a living. But I've decided to wait until I actually have like a job or something sorted for next year and then tell them,
Okay.
because I know they're just going to freak out.
100%.
Smart.
And so are you gonna go into studies into music? I mean, music and film.
So what I'm considering is doing a master's, but obviously the issue is finding something that will accept you with technically no qualifications in film. So I've actually found one or two masters which I'm considering, but I'm gonna work for a bit, save up, and then do part-time masters maybe, and just try and get some experience in the film industry, get some jobs on set, or do little things. Like right now, I spent today teaching myself like the basics of Photoshop.
Okay, that's good. And I think one thing that's big is to transition. I think a lot of people are scared in terms of like parents, if it goes right, if it goes wrong. What's your advice and how have you been able to? You seem so calm and confident in your decision.
It's something like I've had plenty of anxiety over this decision, and coming from something like biomedical engineering, which is a very, like, you know, it's stable, it's got good job prospects, to go into film, which, I'll be honest, like, chances are I'm not gonna earn anywhere near as much.
Yeah.
It is really scary, but I have a lot of faith in the decision because it's come to the point where every time I do something, I help friends out, or I do something related to film, I'm so much happier than I was before, and that's just given me the confidence that this is the right decision. And even if it isn't, I can always go back. I will still have my degree, so it's not like you do this and you do nothing else. Like, I can go back to engineering if I want to, and that's something that I think gives me that peace of mind that I have like a backup option.
Okay, that's good. I think it's very important, passion. I think passion is a very big thing, and what makes you happy. I think Curtis Jackson said, passion equals perfection, or passion makes perfection. So I think it's what you enjoy doing, what actually gives you joy, that because you want a job that makes you happy, and it's not always about money, but more about comfortability and, you know, happiness.
Definitely, yeah. Like, you can't get really good at something if your heart is not behind it. Like,
100%.
I'd much rather do something that makes me happy and have another job on the side, rather than earn big money and just not be happy with what I do.
100%. And I got a question. What makes you feel inspired?
I would say it's seeing work around me being done. So it's the little things, like it has now come to the point where I get inspired just watching films or just seeing something and going, oh, this would look really good in like this situation, or you could frame it this way, or just looking at films and going, oh, I appreciate that much more. Like, the little things.
Yes. And then, do you have any like people you look up to in the film industry?
I don't really have any specific people I look up to. So the things I'm most interested in is like sound and editing, which usually aren't like the big names. Like in the film industry, you know the actors and the directors. Those are the main people you know. And while I do obviously appreciate that, it's right now for me, I'm at a stage where I more appreciate those directly above me, not the big people, but rather like the ones that actually help me and teach me. So I'm really thankful for my friends because they've offered to, like, you know, teach me the basics, and yeah.
That's really good. I think it's very important, your network. Your network is your net worth. The people who you have around you who can support you and guide you is very important. But yeah, 100%. How old are you?
20.
Honey, so if you could go back to your 18-year-old self, what advice would you give that individual?
I would say, first of all, chill out, but at the same time, don't procrastinate so much and actually get help when you need it, because that's something I always massively struggle with. Like, I never really asked for help, and it was always something like the last thing when it was pretty much too late. So I would just say, get help now while you're in your first year at uni. Make it easy for yourself.
Where do you think that stems from? Exactly, not asking for help, because I tend to have that as well. But yeah, where do you think that stems from?
I think it's pretty much the way I was raised, is to be very self-reliant and just to not speak up if I need anything, because I always saw myself as a person who could do things themselves. So yeah, it's just sort of like that bit of pride as well.
100%, I would 100% agree. I think similar with myself as well, especially being like the oldest. Everyone's always like looking on you, and it's always kind of worked out doing it by myself. I would struggle, but I would always overcome it. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. Until I came to college and that fumbled. I ended up doing biology, chemistry and maths, and that was like a heavy subject. So I couldn't do it by myself. I had to ask for help from students, from staff members, and just speaking up, and it gets you far.
Yeah, but it's also a skill you need to learn. Like, I remember when I first had to ask for help, it wasn't something I could do. Like, I didn't know how to go on about it.
Yeah.
So it's an important skill to have, obviously, but it's something you really need to learn. And I think we're probably pretty similar in that bit. That it's really difficult at first.
What steps would you say a person should take in terms of how to ask for help or build confidence in asking for help?
Start with someone you trust. Start with friends. Start by asking little things. Don't go in and go, hey, do you want to teach me all of this in the next 2 weeks? Like, do the little things. Just ask a friend if they mind helping you out with this one little thing, and then build up from there. Or do things that you know people won't mind. Basically, like, practice before you need the real.
100%. That's good. And in terms of uni life and your social life, how's that?
Through uni, I definitely got involved in the students' union a lot, and like in societies and sports clubs as well. So I recently took up hockey again.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, definitely. But a lot of that now. So I got involved with it and made friends through that. But now I'm at a point where I get involved in things because of friends. So it's sort of like switched around. Compared to first year and now.
What things are you going to now?
So I'm president of the LGBT Society, and I'm also chair of the activities committee. So yeah, definitely do get a lot of insights into the thing, and also have a fair amount of work too.
First. Any insight that you care sharing?
It's get involved, and there's always people that will be happy to help you. You just need to ask, and you need to find out who to ask. If you know the right people, your life is going to be so much easier. Like, in a lot of things, it's really not about what you know. Just be polite and...
I think just the eagerness and willingness to learn.
Yeah.
Just to learn more. we're always, no matter how old we get, we will always become students. We will be English. We will always be students. But yeah,
Very true, yeah.
yeah, that's interesting. What's your favorite thing to do?
Ooh, probably play video games, to be honest, and listen to music.
What video games do you play?
I did a full run through of GTA 5. That was like the thing I got started with, because the first time I ever really played video games was this time last year. Like, I was never allowed to get like a proper console before. Like, I had my Nintendo DS.
Yeah, I remember
But
that.
that's not the same, really. So I got a PlayStation last year, which I've since then traded for an Xbox because I realised I prefer the Xbox.
Okay.
But yeah, like, at the moment I'm still very much discovering all sorts of video games, and I've tried all the Assassin's Creeds. Definitely something I got stuck at and something I need to improve at. But I think I've improved a lot, so like, I'm gonna build it from there. And at the moment, because we're all teenagers at heart, we play Minecraft with friends. We'll just spend hours on end in the evening playing together, just building something.
Okay. That's interesting. I don't really play that many game consoles. I think the only game I play is FIFA, and that's only because I play football, so I kind of understand the concept
Dragon Ball Z.
of it.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yes, Dragon Ball Z. I got into that. I think getting into game consoles is very interesting. It's fun. It's a good way to interact with other people.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100%.
Also, actually teaches you some skills.
It does. What skills does it teach us? Tell us.
Problem solving, how to be calm in emotionally charged situations when you failed a mission for the 10th time and you really just want to throw your controller at the screen.
100%. And I think it also humbles you.
Yeah,
Humbles you a lot.
it teaches you that you're nowhere near as good as you think you are.
Especially when you play online.
Oh yeah, there's always some kid, probably like a 10-year-old kid, that's so much better than you.
Yeah. And then, what in terms of like the UBU, what benefits have they, I guess, brought to you or shown you?
Definitely the support and the network. So I know a lot more people than I did before, both students as well as staff members. I'm so much more confident now than I was when I first started. I remember when one of my friends saw me for the first time, she just, after we'd met, just turned over to her other friend and said, "Oh, what was wrong with her? She sort of looked like a deer in the headlights." So yeah, I've definitely grown a lot, and the Students' Union has helped me massively with that.
Do you want to give any shout outs?
Ooh, because we're in the podcast studio, gotta give a shout